Yo, what is going on, guys? So, if you saw yesterday's video, you'll know that we recently took Spider-Man 2099 all the way up to rank 3, and we're going to be bringing him into war today. Got, how many fights do we have? I think I have 4 war fights with him, and then 1 special fight after the war's over to show you guys. Got a couple Doom fights, a couple Torch fights, and yeah, primarily Spider-Man 2099. So, yeah, when I pulled him, like, I was excited to pull him. I was really glad that I got him. And I was like, oh, I got him Duke too. Like, okay, that's cool. But, I didn't really care, like, that much. The sting of not getting Hercules was definitely larger than the joy of pulling Spider-Man 2099 at the time. But then, I ranked him up. Still, it wasn't, like, I heard he was good. I heard he could do some cool stuff, like... So I just took him to rank 3, he's awakened, like, why not? I'll find out for myself with him at rank 3. I didn't test him at all or anything like that. And, dude, I've fallen in love with this character. Might be my new favorite character in the game. It's just, like, Spider-Man is my favorite character just in general. Peter Parker, though. But, like, he's still a Spider-Man character, and he's so awesome. So we're jumping into this Mojo fight here, so, he gains no buffs, so we don't have to worry about Mojo. He's a really good Mojo counter, just in general. We never have to worry about getting degen from any kind of buffs, so that's just so good. This Mojo has Vivified, so his power gain is pretty crazy. We're gonna go ahead and apply the Wither here. That's gonna help to manage the power a little bit. But you're gonna see I'm getting cornered. The power gain's kind of crazy, so put him to L2. But hey, man. We're playing Spider-Man 2099. I don't have to take Dex off like I do with Torch. So boom, I can just evade his special 2. I'm fairly confident in evading Mojo's special 2. And right here, I was just feeling good. I was feeling really good. I'm like, I got this special 2 evade. I know I do. Went for it, boom. Clean evade. Clean special 2 evade. I've never done that in war because I usually never have dexterity turned on when I'm fighting Mojo. So it's so nice, because with Torch, if the AI doesn't want to throw their special, you can get cornered. That's how I died with him. I sold like 6 Mojo bosses in a row, didn't die to him an entire season, just destroyed him for an entire season. And then the next season, I face a Mojo, I get a weird AI, he doesn't want to throw a special, I get cornered, and I die with Torch. And it's just like, that can happen. But with Spider-Man 2099, man... You don't have to be afraid to push from the special 2. You don't have to be afraid of getting cornered because you can Dex as heavy against the wall. You have to have dexterity to do it. Next up here we have Tigra. So going in here with Spider-Man 29, went ahead threw on a combat regen boost just to heal us up a little bit. And yeah, with Tigra here, it has power focus 2 and aggression prowess. But I'm just going to keep on baiting out her special 1. I'm very comfortable with her special 1. I can literally like just dex it all day long. I know the spacing on it like pretty perfectly. So go ahead, throw a special 2, get my Wither up. Then I also have some Science Boost active because we're going to be using Spider-Man for the boss and then this big Mangog mini boss. So yeah, I already threw on the Science Max Boost. The entire war map was pretty much cleared at this point. It was just my fights left, which was perfect. Yeah, and it's really funny too because after I ranked up Spider-Man 2099, like I sent some pictures in my battle group chat and I was like, I messaged haters, I'm like, hey, like I'm down for war fights with this guy, like if you want to go ahead and assign me some, if there's like some good matchups, like I'm down to bring him. I'm feeling good with him, because I brought him to AQ and I did literally just 2 AQ fights with him. You're gonna see one of those AQ fights at the end of this video, and it was my first time using it and I was like, wow. I was so amazed. I'm like, I'm ready to use this guy in war. Like, I think he's that good, and I think I'm ready. I just been watching. Last night, I watched just a ton of Karate Mike's videos. I watched like all of his Spider-Man 2099 videos, and I love it, man. I really love it. I love this character so much. He's so good. He's so underrated, man. It's crazy. I wish I was as into the game as I am right now when he came out. Because I would have loved to make some CCP videos on this guy, man. I think he flew under the radar a little bit. I think he's so good, man. We'll talk about more. This fight here against Miles, I didn't intercept because I just wasn't feeling it. And then I went for one. He didn't go for it. He comboed me. I went for another one there, and he didn't go for it again. I'm like, all right, screw that. There's no need to even try to intercept here. This Miles is just being annoying. Let's just go for regular combos. He triggers his camo when you throw a special attack, so I'm just not going to throw a special attack. And he dies. Like right there, boom, that's Torch. No smolders, just raw flame on. Does the trick, even with the protection. Up pretty much the whole fight. And then we got one more Torch fight here. It's Iron Man Infinity War. I was supposed to take another fight too, a Professor X, but I was so boosted that my attack was too high for rage. I completely max boosted this war because you know, first time using Spider-Man 29 here. I was still like, I wasn't stupidly confident, you know, going in here with him. Definitely still trying to, I don't know, find my balance with him as a character, you know. And first time war, obviously going to be just a little bit nervous, you know, using a new character in high tier war. So yeah, this Iron Man Infinity War though, you know, Torch. I know how to use Torch, so I'm not worried about this. Sold this dude in Abyss, it's no problem. I don't want to use heavy attacks though, because I'm max boosted. If I crit on the heavy, it'll probably trigger rage. So just trying to avoid that, but also keeping an eye on his armor ups. You see, I kind of backed off earlier on when he's at 3, because if he gets to 4, he can auto block. Here I decided just heavy because he was at so many of them, and the fight's almost over anyways. If he triggered a Fury or 2 there, it wouldn't have mattered. And yeah, that fight was a breeze. And then next up here we have Airwalker. We're going to doom that, and then that Mangog and Chavez. I don't even know if I'm saying that right. Chavez. We got her as a boss, which is going to be interesting. So next up here, just Airwalker. You know, just very straightforward fight. Especially with Doctor Doom, the best mystic in the game. Nothing to worry about here, man. Yeah, like I said, this is just like, it would be hard to die here, especially max boosted. I'd have to try to die. I'd have to be like getting hit on purpose to die in this match. Like, this is just such a strong matchup for Doom, man. Like, I could probably take over 20 hits and come out of here just fine. So right there, somehow my heavy didn't hit him. Not exactly sure how that didn't connect, but sure, whatever. It doesn't matter. Took some hits, boom, we're still at 95% health. Like, this matchup is just stupidly in our favor. As soon as we drop the special 3, we're gonna get the Fury. And yeah, I'm like not worried at all. I'm really just thinking about the next 2 fights mainly. And after this, I went and talked to Taters more, and Mike actually sent me a video of him doing these actually exact 2 fights, which I already saw on his channel. Like I said last night, I was watching a ton of his videos. But it's good to kind of watch them again just before I went in. I went ahead and threw on Suicides, because I definitely wanted Suicides for the boss, which we'll talk about when we get there. But for this fight, I wanted them too, just because I want to get out of this fight as quickly as possible. So I'm going to go ahead and throw on a Power Start 1. I was more so leaning towards an Invul, but the plan is just to rush to my Special 2 and get my Wither up. So with your Special 2, you apply a Wither debuff, which lowers the power rate by like 125% power gain. Yeah, not combative power, but power gain. And Mangog has a passive power gain, as you see. My heavy attacks also apply exhaustion, which also lowers the power gain rate. I think it's by like 15%. So stacking up a couple of those to help. And then here we're going to go ahead and throw our special 2. Unfortunately, we don't get any crits, so I was hoping to get some power back and get back to another special 2. But unfortunately, we didn't get any crits, so we got some power back, but not a ton. And then here he goes unblockable and unstoppable, so I was like, crap. I'm just going to chill. So with Spider-Man 2099, if you, like I said, he can't gain buffs, but if you were to gain a buff, I don't know if it's to gain a buff or dex, but you can pause the duration on your debuffs, which is really nice. So I just kind of chilled out during that phase while he was unstoppable and unblockable, and my debuffs just pause because we're dexing, which is really nice. So get back to another special 2. That one crits, does some nice damage, gives me over a bar of power. Just drop that, he goes down. Took a fair bit of damage from Suicides. Like I said, I'm max boosted, and he has no immunities to bleed or poison. So as you can see, Suicides can really take its toll on him. However, Spider-Man 2099 has one of the most insane abilities in the game, which is to take minus 75% damage against True Strike, if the opponent has True Strike. And the boss node in Alliance War has True Strike. Now, that 75% damage mitigation isn't just to, like, their attack rating or anything like that. It's damage. Period. So bleed from the suicides, poison from the suicides, block damage, hit damage, recoil damage. It doesn't matter. It's minus 75% health, or minus 75% damage. So you can see we're healing from suicides now, being max boosted, having no immunities, no resistance to those specific debuffs, which is insane. It makes him so good for the boss node in AW. So I dueled this chick a little bit, and after activating her special 1, there, I didn't do it. She never got to a special 2 against me, and I didn't know what her special 2 even really looked like, so I was like, oh crap. Here I see it goes unblockable. I wasn't ready. I threw on an indestructible boost just to be safe going into this fight. So we took a special 2 already, but you can see it didn't even do that much damage because of the whole damage mitigation, and indestructible boost helped as well. There, boom. We're getting hit, man. We're playing like a scrub, but we're really not taking much damage. So you also want to wait out her heavy attacks. You don't want to interrupt it at the wrong time, I was told, so avoiding that. So now that we finally got that Wither debuff from the special 2, now we're good to go. If I had to do this fight again, ooh, right there you see, that's stand your ground, baby. Stand your ground coming in clutch. I run that 4 out of 5. But yeah, if I had to do this fight again, I'd probably start with a power start 1 so I can get that special 2, get the Wither up. Because she got some, you can see she gets power gain. But the Wither totally turns that off, so we just don't have to worry about it. But yeah, her initial power gain when she got to her special 2 definitely caught me off guard. Which is totally my fault. Should have looked into her abilities a bit more and known that would have happened. But yeah, played the indestructible boost. I just wanted to be safe. You know, my first time taking a boss fight with him. But we still come out of here with a clean solo, man. 81% health. Like, you can just see you have such a massive advantage going into a boss fight with this guy. I think he might be the best boss killer in the game. Like, it's honestly, it's pretty nuts, and I love it. I absolutely love it. It's such a strong and awesome ability. Makes him just an absolute beast. Anywhere that there's True Strike, like a passive True Strike, the node, gonna crush it. He just destroyed that boss. I really want to get a Mojo boss and fight him with Spider-Man 2099. So this is the score of the war currently. The war is actually still on. I usually wait till the end to record these videos, but I was just so excited. I wanted to get this out there and record it. So we're currently at 6 deaths, but we only have 3 fights left on the map, so we're probably not going to die again. If we do, 7 maybe. They're at 4. They still have a third of the map left, so I don't know. This war is looking actually pretty close. If I had to guess, I'd say we're gonna win. I hope. I don't know. It's a close one. It's hard to tell from this point. But I have one more fight. So this was an AQ. So the Power Snack and True Strike here on this boss. So True Strike makes it so that we have that 75% damage reduction, and Power Snack, he turns Power Snack off. He turns Power Snack off. He turns off Spite. Any node where it's like they nullify your buffs, it's just regardless to him. It doesn't matter because he can't gain buffs. So it really doesn't matter. So yeah, he's just such a good champ for this this White Magneto mini boss in AQ right now. It's ridiculous. So this is the second boss. I took the first boss with him, and it was the very first fight I ever did with him, and it was just the easiest thing I ever did. Honestly, I felt like a cheat code. Like it's insane, man. Yeah, dude, I love it. I'm just in love with this character right now. Really like him. Yeah, I wanna. If I pull him more from the feature, that's fine, man. I'd be happy to pull him more, so that I could get more SIGs on him. Because the more SIGs, the more damage that you can get as well. So that'd be sweet. Unfortunately, he does have the node where if he dashes forward, he's going to get rid of his debuffs, so that is kind of annoying here. Here we throw a couple of heavy attacks, get a couple of exhaustion up. But yeah, with Mighty Charge, when he dashes, he gets rid of them. But like, as you can see, man, we're running suicides, and you just get free healing from the suicides, which is so nice, dude. It's pretty crazy. It's such a strong ability, but it's like, it's so selective, you know, like you definitely can't do this in every fight. Like, there has to be True Strike for it to work. So I don't think it's like broken or anything like that. But in the right matchups, he shreds. But even outside of those matchups, he's still really solid. He's got such good utility. I think a lot of people I heard that a complaint about him is his damage. I think his damage is phenomenal, and mine's only SIG 20, and the damage only goes up with the more SIG. So Yeah, I think people just kind of focus a little bit too much on the on-hit numbers, the big yellow numbers people always say and look at. His basic damage output's fine. I think it's like above average, I'd say, which is good. But the numbers in red is where it comes from, and he's got a ton of that. So I think his damage is great. But yeah, guys, that is going to do it for this Spider-Man 2099 video. Drop a like if you enjoyed. I had so much fun with him. Really like him. Definitely be expecting more content on this guy. Because yeah, he's honestly one of my new favorite champs. So expect to see a lot more content. Let me know if you guys want to see more, and if there's anything specifically you want to see with this guy, let me know, please. I love to get video ideas. That's gonna do it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Subscribe if you'd like to see more. Peace out, guys.